Our last bout. We're going to head to match number 8 on this undercard. Got Blake Hostetter in the green taking on Dom Sumpolec in the black.
Hostetter, a sophomore out of Oxford area, taking on Sumpolec, a junior, Notre Dame Green Pond. Sumpolec 7th in the AA state tournament a year ago. Hostetter, 2024 freestyle All-American, 7th place, 165 pounds in the cadet division. I'm going to say cadet. It's 16U, but I'm too old school to change.
For those of us that have been around,
you got juniors and cadets, yeah.
Hard to make that switch.
2023 Keystone State champion for Hostetter. Super 32 middle school placement. Both these guys have been place winners at Super 32.
Saw that shot right away by Sumpolec off that double leg, but it was Hostetter kind of wrestling into him with a switch cradle position. See if we get back there as Hostetter looked really comfortable with Sumpolec in on his legs. Nice level change there by Sumpolec, getting Hostetter to react. Shot here, low ankle by Hostetter. Locking in the crotch with Sumpolec now trapping that arm as Hostetter's coming out the back door. Looking for Winn-Dixie. Is Sumpolec, short time. Official not going to award the takedown there. I don't believe that was takedown criteria for Sumpolec, but good effort, showing off some leg defense there.
And that's where when you can settle in, you start to put the guy into near fall criteria, close to it. I'm not so sure that I don't disagree with you there on takedown criteria being met for Sumpolec.
Yeah, the Winn-Dixie, it's an interesting position. Like, it's kind of bringing itself more and more into the high school level now where we don't have the danger count. So it takes a little bit more to project
and the reason
takedown criteria.
The danger count exists is that officials weren't able to properly identify when guys were gaining control. There was a duel back in probably 2015-16. George Mason, Edinburgh. There was, now I'm drawing a blank on the Edinburgh kid's name, out of Sean Russell.
Sean Russell, a 125-pounder.
Had a long scramble with, you know, the George Mason wrestler in danger the entire time for probably about a minute 15. And it's you kind of have to wrestle those positions. And so, like, whenever there's a transition, a new set of technique coming in, it's tough to identify. If you've wrestled the position, you understand the feeling of who has who and who is in control. But if you haven't been through it, observing it from the outside, it's not as easy.
Yeah, when you're not in that positioning yourself, it's hard to kind of see who has control and who does not, who's in better position, who's losing the position.
And it's when you were on the mat, those techniques didn't really exist. You know, you kind of got into some rolling around, but there wasn't the science to it that there is today. And you know, whenever you're in a wrestling match, in the room, you know who has who. You know who's scoring, and it's probably a better scoring indicator than what officials are able to do in a real match.
Wow, Sumpolec, interesting turn there as he picks up 2 near fall. Hostetter able to pick up the reversal. Going to make it 2-2. I'm not even really quite sure what Sumpolec did there to take him over.
Just kind of isolated the arm, and that I'm not sure if Hostetter meant to take that cross-body leg out or if it just slipped out. Ended up in an awkward position, got blown dead for potentially dangerous.
Nice quick burst of action there. 4 points go up on the board, but just 10 seconds to go in the second period. Sumpolec looking to get out here with short time. Back into one of these non-controlled positions. Sumpolec going to run out of time, not able to clear.
And there, loss of control. Like, was there control at the end of the period? See him there on the replay where Hostetter came up with the reversal out of the near fall count to make it 2-2.
Yeah, I don't think there was loss of control there before the buzzer. I believe it was like right after the buzzers when Sumpolec was able to entirely clear his way out. 1 more second on the clock, I probably would have given an escape. Got some blood here for Hostetter. And I just heard the PA announce this earlier. Hostetter was actually ruled ineligible last season after a transfer. Or no, before he was injured, but in his one event that he competed in, he won by fall over PIAA medalist Gavin Reynolds. So, although not being able to compete most of last season, you can see just how strong of a wrestler he is. Sumpolec with the escape to start the third. He takes the 3-2 lead. Hostetter taking him towards the edge now. Slide by attempt for Sumpolec. Some good action out of bounds there as he went slide by on the one side. Hostetter squared and came around the other way. And the go behind.
I want to see him go back there. I like Sumpolec's hand positioning there on the right side, going over collar. Opens up a lot of opportunities. If you're comfortable there to not get your legs attacked with the over collar hand on the right side, it can be very effective.
It's Hostetter in on the single, coming out the back door now himself. Sumpolec looking pretty comfortable here. Looks like he has the arm trapped. He's going to get the stalemate.
I'd like to see Sumpolec be more aggressive there. Once you have that arm trapped, you got to get off to the trapped arm side. Start kicking off, and he only has one arm to control your legs, and you're going away from that arm, and you're able to pull the guy forward to get to your go behind.
You see a lot of guys at the high school level, when they get that arm trapped, like that, they're just holding on. They want the stalemate, but as you try to evolve, that is something where you are in an advantageous position. The guy with the arm trapped look to score. Is back to the same low single here.
He has trapped arm again. Oh, quick. Let them go there. That one, he actually had the other arm trapped, and it looked like he was going to get aggressive because he went to the wrist and elbow that he would have been able to kick off much more easily to that trapped arm side.
Sumpolec's got to be mindful here now. He just warned for stalling as he takes a shot of his own, head outside. Sit in the corner is Hostetter. Now trying to get that foot free. Oh, not able to get the foot free as Sumpolec had a tight grip on it. Leg kind of came all the way around over Sumpolec's head. So he was trying to go limp knee there. Caution on Hostetter. 14 seconds on the clock. See if he looks to get back to the legs as he takes that low single once again. Trying to come out the back door. Arm not trapped this time for Sumpolec because we got 5 seconds to go. Hostetter with the leg hook trying to pop his head, but Sumpolec's going to hold on. Great match by those two. A lot of interesting scrambles, but the near fall in the second period going to be the difference there for Dom Sumpolec. The 3-2 decision.